and then I'll explain what the present perfect is.
Okay.
Okay, so first of all, let's start with the simple past, because the present perfect is similar to the simple past. It's called the present perfect, but really it's not a present tense, it's a past tense. But there's a reason for that, and I'll explain later. So could you give me an example of a sentence in the simple past? Just a simple sentence. Keep it really simple.
1 minute.
It's
Peraí.
okay. It's okay. Start with the sentence or the word yesterday.
Okay. Yesterday Como fala go?
Went. The past of
Went?
go is went. Yes.
Okay. Yesterday I went to the gym? To gym?
Yes. That's right. So no, to the gym.
Okay.
So yesterday I went to the gym.
Yesterday I
That
went to the gym.
that's a simple past sentence, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Last Saturday I went to the cinema.
Yes.
So let's use those two examples. So yesterday I went to the gym. So in the simple past, I told you when the action happened, right? Yesterday.
Yes.
Yes. Yesterday I went to the gym. So in the simple past, I will tell you when it happened. But what if I don't want to tell you when it happened, or I don't think it's important? I can use the present perfect, and I can say, Anna, I have been to the gym.
Ah, okay. Okay. I remember.
Yeah. Yes, good. So the present perfect is a past action that doesn't tell you when.
Yes.
And it's either have or has plus the past participle of the verb. The past participle is the third form of the verb, right?
Okay.
So
Yes.
yes. So I have been, and been is the past participle of the verb to be. So I have been to the gym tells you that it's happened, that it's finished. So the action started in the past and it finished in the past. But I didn't tell you when. So the present perfect is similar to the simple past.
Yes.
Okay. Now, could you give me an example of a sentence different to the one I gave you
Mm-hmm.
in the present perfect?
Um,
So you can say I have, we have, you have,
uh-huh.
or he, she, or it has, or my
Um,
mother has.
my sister has been to the park.
My sister has been to the park. When did she go to the park? Now use the
Um,
simple past to tell me when.
okay.
She
She
went.
she she went to the park yesterday.
That's it. That's it. You see, my sister went to the park yesterday, simple past, gives you all the information you need.
Yes.
But if you said my sister has been to the park, I might have to ask you, oh, when did she go? And then you'll use the simple past to complete the information.
Mhm.
Does that
Okay.
make sense? Okay, so if
Yes.
have a look at page 2 of the lesson document. And so we can look at the differences there, look. Can you see it? There's a diagram.
Yes.
Right. So present perfect, it's have or has plus the past participle of the verb. The use, it shows a finished past action, but does not show when it occurred. Occurred is the same as happened.
Yes.
So you can see the diagram there. The X is the action, and it's before the vertical line, which is now. So it's in the past, and it's no when. It doesn't tell you when. Some examples are, I have seen Iron Man, the movie, yeah. She has never tried frog's legs. They've bought a new car. They've been a contraction of they have. We need to have some time markers too, sometimes. Time markers are words that will give you an idea of when it happened. Yeah. Or if it's still happening, or whether it's finished. So some of those time markers are already. So I have already been to the park. Yeah. Yet I haven't been to the park yet. Still, I have been to the park and I'm still there.
Okay.
Okay. Ever, never, recently, and lately. Those are all time markers. And if you compare that to the simple past on the right side, we can use regular or irregular forms. And it does tell you when. Yeah. I saw Iron Man last night. She tried frog's legs last month. They bought a new car 2 weeks ago. So in all of those sentences, they're telling you when it happened. So it's as simple as that. So if you just remember, simple past says when, present perfect does not say when.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let's go down the page a little. So let's go down to page, where are we? Let's go down to page 6, where it says exercise 2. This is where it gets a little more difficult.
Okay.
Okay. So it says choose the correct form of the verb on the right. So we've got a list of verbs. Can you see them? Take, work, find, see, speak, etc. on the right side of the page.
Yes.
What we're going to do is we're going to need to find the past participle of those verbs, because the present perfect is have or has plus the past participle. So let's just do maybe 3 or 4, okay? And then we'll go back and have a look at the past participles. So, for example, I met Barbara when we were in elementary school. We something each other for over 20 years. Can you think about what the missing word might be?
Okay.
So we have something each other for over 20 years.
We
So choose the correct verb. No.
Live?
It's actually the verb to know.
No.
And the
Okay.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah, and the past participle of the verb to know is known.
Known. Okay.
Yeah. So what would be missing in that sentence? We something each other for over 20 years.
We
Have.
We
have.
Okay.
So I have, you have, we have, they have,
He has.
he, she, it has. Yeah.
Okay.
So we have
known
each other
for over 20 years.
So how long have you and I known each other, Anna?
We have known each other for over 20 years.
20 years? How old are you?
No. 18.
Okay. I didn't know you before you were born, Anna.
Okay. 3 years.
Okay, so we
have known each other for over 3 years.
Yes, or for 3 years. For about 3 years, you could say. Very good. All right, let's have a look at number 2 then. So we something, many new words since we started this course. We something, many new words since we started this course. What's missing?
We have learned.
We have learned many new words since we started this course. Now you've got it. What about number 3? That's a wonderful movie. I something something it 3 times.
I have saw it 3 times.
Well, what are the 3 forms of the verb to see? See?
See, saw, seen.
Seen.
I have seen it 3 times.
Correct. That's a wonderful movie. I have seen it 3 times. Good. Have seen. See, saw, seen. All right, let's do one more. Mr. and Mrs. Tanner, something something, married for 10 years.
Um,
So what's the verb missing?
Miss and Mrs. Turner.
Mr. and Mrs.
Mr.
Tanner.
and Mrs. Turner.
Yeah.
They have
Correct.
began.
What about
Begun.
just the no? What about just the verb to be? So it's the last one in
Been?
the list. Been.
Okay. Have been married for 10 years.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's do one more. Okay. Number 5. You're late. It's an exclamation. You're late. The class, something already something. So if you remember the time markers from that diagram, already is a time marker.
Okay. You're late. The class finished. The class
Has, good, because the class is third person singular, so we need has.
finished already.
Well, you don't need to move the word already, okay? It can stay in the middle.
Okay.
So you're late.
You're late. The class has finished.
Has already finished.
Has already.
Yeah. Has
Okay.
already finished. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We don't say has finished already. We say has already finished.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Any questions there?
No, that's it.
Okay. So I'm going to come back to these, okay? But let's go back up to the previous page and have a look at the past participles of verbs. Let's see how many you can remember. It's page 5.
Okay.
We've got a list of
Yes.
verbs. We need the past of that verb and the past participle of that verb. Okay. Have you got a pen with you and a pad? Can you make a note?
Yes. 1 minute.
No problem. All right. So I don't know if you can remember this, but generally, if a verb is regular, meaning it ends in ed, generally the second and the third form are the same. For example, the verb to work, the past of work is worked, and the past participle is worked. So yesterday I worked all day. I have worked all day. Yeah?
Yes.
So it's the same word. So what about the verb to do?
Did.
Yeah. And the past participle?
Does. I don't know.
Done.
Done.
Do, did, done. Yes. So I have done my homework.
Did. Done. Okay.
Yeah. What about eat?
Eat, ate, ate,
Eat, ate, eaten.
eaten.
Yes.
Okay.
Have you eaten your lunch today?
Yes.
Call.
Cold. Ish.
It's, it's regular.
Regular. Cold.
Call, called, called.
Cold. Cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have called my mother today. I called my mother yesterday. Simple past. So I have called my mother. Tells you when. Doesn't tell you when. So it's the present perfect. I called my mother yesterday. Simple past. Begin.
Begin. Begin. Began. Begun.
Begin, began, begun. Good. Could you give me an example of a present perfect sentence using begun? I.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yesterday, I began a new word.
Okay. Well, that's okay. Okay. But that's simple past, right? Yesterday I began. So give me a present perfect. Remember, present
Ish.
perfect doesn't tell you when.
Yes. Okay. I have been.
I have begun.
I have begun a new word.
Yes. Yes. You could say I have begun. I have begun
A
some new
movie.
work.
Okay.
I have begun a movie. Could we say that? I have begun.
A new book.
I have begun a new book is okay. Yeah, I have begun a new movie is not, doesn't really work. It doesn't make much sense. But you could say I have watched a new movie.
Okay.
Or I watched a new movie yesterday, simple past. But with a book, we would say, you could say I have begun a new book, or I have begun to read a new book.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, give.
Give, gave, go. No. Give, gave.
Given.
Given. Yes.
Give, gave, given. Yeah, give, gave, given. Answer.
Answered.
Yeah. Answer, answered,
Answered.
answered. It's a regular verb. Give me an example of a present perfect sentence with answered in it. Start with the word I.
Okay. I have answered a
Yeah,
question to my
that's it.
mother.
I have answered a question from my mother.
Okay.
Yeah, preposition from. I have answered a question from my mother. Or I have answered a question. I have answered your question.
Okay.
Good. See.
See, saw, seen.
Good. Have.
Have, had. No.
Yes, you were right.
Have, had.
Had. And the past participle? Had. Have, had.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you had your dinner? Yes, I have had my dinner.
I have had. Okay.
Okay, go.
Go, went.
And
Go,
the past
went.
participle?
Ish.
Gone.
Gone. Okay.
Go, went, gone. Yes. Study.
Studied.
Yeah, it's regular.
Studied.
Study, studied, studied. Could you give me an example of a sentence using present perfect sentence using studied.
I have studied English. No, okay.
That's
it.
okay. Yeah. No, you can say I have studied English for a period of time.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're not telling me when it happened. You're telling me for how long. That's a different subject.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So you could say I have studied English for 3 years.
Yes.
2 years, 3 years. Yeah. Well, you've been with me for 3 years, right?
Yes.
Yeah. A long time, Anna. A long time. All right. Teach.
I teach. It's not simple regular, ne? It's not regular.
It's irregular. It's irregular.
Irregular. Okay. I don't know.
Teach, taught,
Taught.
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 Teach, taught, taught.
Okay.
So I have taught you English.
Yes.
Make.
Make, made.
Correct. Talk.
Talked.
Talked.
Yes.
Talked. Yes. Now remember, there isn't an ed sound in English.
Talked.
Yeah? Not talked. What you're saying is talked.
Oh my God.
I know it's one of the most difficult things to get people out of a bad habit, especially with Brazilians, because the first thing you learn is talked, walked.
Yes.
And then it's very difficult to change it because it's wrong. So repeat, talk.
Talk.
That's it. and then put them together. Talked.
Talked.
That's it. That's not so difficult.
It's weird.
All right. It's right. And it's normal.
Yes.
Your talking is weird. So
okay.
All right, let's do a sentence. I have talked to my mother this morning about the holiday. I have talked to my mother today about the holiday.
It's simple past.
Well, I'm kind of breaking a rule there. You know, when in English we always say, generally we do this, but generally we don't. So sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. But I mean, you're right. Ideally, I should have said, I talked to my mother about the holiday. Yeah. But what did I say? I said, I talked to my mother this morning about the holiday, which is grammatically not really correct, to be honest. But what is correct grammatically is not what people use all the time. And I'm sure that's the same in Portuguese. So it should have been, I talked to my mother about the holiday.
Okay.
Yeah. I have talked to my mother about the holiday. So can you repeat that? Repeat that and say the word talked properly.
Okay. Can you repeat, please?
Yeah. I talked to my mother about the holiday.
I talked my mother about the holiday.
No, you got the preposition in the wrong place. I talked to my mother about the holiday.
I talked to my mother about the holiday.
Yes, that's it. All right, let's go back up to the top of the page then, to the next column. This time, we don't have all the present forms. We have a mixture. So number one, we've got the simple past new, but we need the simple present, and we need the past participle.
What's the page?
Same page.
Uh,
It's at the top.
okay.
Yeah. There's two columns.
Okay. Simple form. No.
No, good.
No, new, noon.
Known, yes, known. So I have known you for 3 years.
Yes. Okay.
All right, number two, met. So we've got the past participle. We need the simple past and the present.
Meet, match, match.
Meet, met. Good. All right, what about the verb to be, number three? We've got the simple past, was or were.
Yes. Simple form be.
Yeah, so I am, you are.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
I was,
but
we were.
we were past participle. I don't know.
What's the past participle of the verb to be? Being.
Being.
Right? Being, yeah.
Okay. Being.
Yeah, being.
Okay.
Fly.
Flew.
Flew. And the past participle.
I don't know.
Fly, flew, flown.
Flown. Okay.
Fly, flew, flown. Okay, let's do one more, then we'll go back to the questions on the other page. Simple past, wrote.
Right.
Right, wrote.
Wrote.
Written.
Written.
Yeah, could you give me a sentence with written in it?
I have written a letter.
I have written a letter. Yeah, simple past.
Yesterday I wrote a letter.
That's it, perfect. Very good. All right, let's go down back to page 6 then. And we were on number 6, right? Robert. So Robert is my neighbor. He something next door to me for 5 years.
He has lived.
Yeah.
He has
lived.
lived. He has lived next door to me for 5 years.
Good. Number 7, Mary. Something, several emails to her parents since she left home.
Several.
Several means more than one.
Okay. Mary has written.
Yeah.
Mary has written several emails to her parents since she left home.
Good. Number 8, we something in that restaurant a few times.
We eaten. We have eaten.
Correct.
In that restaurant a few times.
Good. Number 9.
Our teacher us a lot of help with the homework assignment. Assignment.
Yeah, the G is silent.
Gave? No. Our teacher.
What's the past participle of the verb to give?
Given.
Yeah.
Our teacher. He?
Well, our teacher
has.
is the third person singular, so it's has.
Okay. Our teacher has given us a lot of help with the homework
assignment.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, the G is silent. All right, number 10.
She has told her many times about the broken window.
The landlord is the person
Landlord.
that owns the house. So a landlord is the person that owns the house that you live in, and you pay money to him or her. So
Ah,
if it's
okay.
not, if it's somebody else's house but you live there, they are your landlord or your landlady,
Okay.
male and female.
She has buy both.
Well, if you have a problem with the house and your landlord needs to fix it, what's the first thing you're going to do?
I
You're
don't
going to,
know.
well, you're going to speak to her, aren't you?
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Ah, okay. She has spoke,
Speak, spoken,
spoken.
exactly.
She has spoken to her landlord many times about the broken window.
Good. Number 11.
We have a new camera. We have some beautiful pictures of the grandchildren.
Yeah. What's the verb when you have a camera?
Take.
Yeah.
Take. Talk.
Talk.
Talking.
Taken.
Taken. Okay.
Take, took, taken.
We have taken some beautiful pictures of the grandchildren.
Correct. Number 12. Number 12's got a time marker in between again.
Okay. They are. No.
Well, it'll be they have, right?
They have. They have already. No.
Correct.
Finished.
Yeah.
All their homework.
They have already finished all their homework.
Mr.
13. Mrs.
Baxter.
Mrs. Baxter.
Mrs. Baxter has all her groceries for the week. Has bought. Mrs. Baxter has bought all her groceries for the week.
Yeah. Good. 14.
Tommy has bad cold for 2 weeks. Has been? No. A bad cold for 2 weeks? I don't know. Bad cold.
Well, in Portuguese, I think it's doente, is it?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Doente.
Yeah.
Why?
I have a bad cold today.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you
Not
okay?
really. I'm giving you an example.
Okay.
So what's the verb?
Okay. Tommy has had. Tommy has had a bad cold for 2 weeks.
So it's has, had, right?
Okay.
Frank
has for that company for many years. Has worked.
Has worked, yeah.
For that company for many years.
Okay. One more.
After 3 months of looking, she has bought a beautiful apartment to rent.
Yeah, good. All right, let's just do a couple of negative sentences, which will be have, haven't, has, hasn't, right?
Mhm.
So let's just do maybe 2 or 3. So if you go down to exercise 3, so it's exactly the same. You've got to choose the verb, but it's in the negative this time.
Okay.
Okay.
Matthew is waiting on the corner for his girlfriend, but she hasn't
Mm-hmm. Good.
hasn't 1 minute.
Who's that?
Look, my sister. Vem cá.
Oh, that's your
Sorry.
sister. She's cute.
Hi,
Hello.
Steve. Fala hello.
Hello.
Hello. What's your name?
Qual que é seu nome? What's your name? Fala, Lorena.
Lorena.
Lorena. That's very
Yes.
beautiful.
Manda
Very
beijo.
beautiful name. Bye. Ciao.
Vai lá.
Very
Sorry,
good.
Steve.
No, it's no problem. No problem.
Um,
You'll have to start teaching her some simple words and
yes,
some
ela,
simple phrases because she's very young and so she'll learn very easily.
she learned on YouTube.
Oh, really? So she watches kids programs in English.
Yes. Mhm.
Okay, well that's good. You've got to start her very young, you know.
Yes.
And you know, your English is becoming very good, so you pass it on to her.
Yes, it's a good
Well,
idea.
it's more than an idea. It's essential because when how old is she?
18.
8. So when she's 28 and she's working in a supermarket.
Okay, okay.
Yeah?
6
Oh, she's 6.
years.
Well, when she's 26 and she's working in a supermarket because she can't speak English, because in 20 years' time, it'll be absolutely important that she speaks English. I mean,
Yes.
if you want a good job today in an international company, they're going to ask you to speak English, aren't they?
Yes.
If you don't, you know, so if you've got English on your CV, it makes a big difference to your job prospects. You carry that forward 20 years.
Yes,
You
it's
know,
true.
there'll be the young people that speak English and the ones that don't. The young people with English will be making their way in the world and having a good salary and a good job in 20 years' time, you know.
Yes, yes.
Those kids that don't speak English, they'll be working in the supermarkets on the checkout. And that's a fact.
Yes, yes.
So you'll be doing her a big favor. Probably the most important thing that you can teach her in life as her sister is to speak English.
Yes, it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, let's move on.
But she hasn't. She hasn't fix.
Well, he's waiting for her. So Matthew is waiting on the corner for his girlfriend, but she hasn't yet.
Arrived.
Arrived yet. Exactly. Arrived,
Okay.
arrived. All right, one more. Ellie and Bill.
Ellie and Bill got a divorce 5 years ago. They haven't.
Oh, that's a shame. It's very sad.
They haven't saw.
What about haven't spoken to each other?
Okay. They haven't spoken to each other since then.
Yeah, that's very sad.
Yes.
All right, Let's go back up to the past participles then on the previous page. Exercise 1, okay?
Okay.
So it's number 6, right? Read. Read, read, read. Is that right?
No, 1 minute.
Have you got it? Page 5.
5. Okay.
So
Read,
number 6 is read, read, read.
read, read.
Yeah,
Live,
it's the same word. Live,
live, lived, lived.
leave, live, lived, lived. Yeah.
Fall, fell, feel. No,
Fall, fell,
felt,
fallen.
falling. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Feel. Nossa. Feel.
So today I feel very hot. Yesterday I felt very hot.
Felt. Felt, felt.
Felt, felt.
Take. Talk, taken.
Good.
Drive, drove. Ixi,
Drive, drove, driven.
driven.
Yeah.
Buy, bought. Ixi, como que é o outro? Buy, bought,
Buy, bought, bought.
bought. Okay.
Buy, bought, bought. I have bought some apples.
Okay. Dance, danced, danced.
Danced, danced, danced. Yeah. And then the last one.
Told. Told, told, told.
Tell, told.
Tell. Told,
Tell,
told.
told, exactly. Yeah.